It's May 29th, 2013, and we just finished planting a bunch more stuff, so I thought I'd make a video just to show what's going on. So we've got more Rubbermaid containers this year than last year, because we have a lot more tomatoes we're growing. These are Perkstein tomatoes, which are supposed to be good paste tomatoes. These ones are Hazoicha, I think is how you say it. Tomatoes, which are supposed to be yellow. We've never grown any of these before. There's a kitty. These are Sandal Maldoff, I think, tomatoes, and they're a pinkish red tomato. And then we've got some basil in the front of all of these three. We've already taken some off the top. It's looking a little wilty right now, but we had a lot of rain and thunderstorm last night. Down here is some stuff that is just its first day outside. Those are eggplants, and some of our peppers. Some sunflowers that are kind of falling over right now. More peppers. There's a squash and watermelon and some little basil. So I guess we'll be bringing that stuff in and out for the next few days and then hopefully plant it this weekend. This tomato is one we got from a friend of ours. It is called White Queen, so that'll be interesting to see. There's a cherry tomato. Rosemary. And more tomatoes. Those are Perksteins. And I've just put a nasturtium in the front today. Then we've got more cherry tomatoes here. And then in this pot, I just put in some calendula. In this kind of funny little pot here, I just put in some nasturtiums. So if I had more grown, I would have put more in, but some of them didn't go this year. And then in the top, I think we might put maybe a basil or some cilantro. Over here is lettuce that we started a few weeks ago. And in that pot where the cat is hopefully catnip coming back, so I'm sure that's why they're interested in it. Got more tomatoes, cherry, and in the white bucket we lost the tag, so actually we're not sure what that one's going to end up being. And here's our raised bed now. So we've got a cherry tomato in the end, and here are beans that we've planted that haven't come up yet, just bush beans. On the bottom part we just put in 2 zucchini plants today, and then right beside it here are 2 little baby kales that just spreaded within the last week, and a sunflower that has come up on its own. Underneath of the frost blanket is our spinach that is covered because we noticed the leaf miners are back. So I'll just uncover part of it. You can see the spinach is pretty big now, but I think it's going to bolt soon, so I don't know how much spinach we'll actually be eating this year from here. And then in the middle is a zucchini, a little tiny zucchini, because that way when the spinach bolts and we pull it out, we'll still have something growing there. And by that point, the zucchini should be bigger and it'll be ready to be on its own. Oops. On the back we have a kale, and then we've stuck a tomato back there because that's also spinach up top here. So by the time the tomato gets pretty big, the spinach will be bolted and pulled out, so that'll work pretty well. Here's our kale, our other kale. Now it's so nice and big. We actually haven't eaten any yet, but I'm thinking in the next few days we'll definitely be able to. And actually back in there somewhere is a little sunflower, I think. And there's a little sunflower growing out of this hole on the wood. So I thought that was kind of cute. We've got another zucchini here and cucumber. And then we noticed these coming up, and we're pretty sure it's dill that seeded itself from last year. So we are leaving those there because that would be cool to have that. And there's another calendula. And under this frost blanket is our Swiss chard. So there's all the lovely, beautiful Swiss chard. So we can start eating that soon too. And we've got a couple of little ones right there as well. I'd like to plant a few more actually because it's not quite enough. And then we've got another tomato here. I don't remember what kind that is. There is some lemon balm coming back in here. It's that little baby one there. And here's our other garden. So our sage did come back, yay! And we cut off, like some of the branches grew new leaves and some of them didn't, so we cut those ones off. And you can see it's gonna bloom soon. So we put a few tomato plants right in the ground back here this year. We're not doing any potatoes this year, so we'll have more room. These things, I think, are the walking onions that we planted last year, and we thought they had died, but it certainly looks like them. So we'll see, and I think some of them might be chives too. And there's a couple sunflowers that popped up beside that little light there. And I put a couple calendula plants in here as well. The fence we hoped would keep Beanie out, but she keeps finding ways in. There's a lavender that we put in this spring because one of our lavenders died. And some more oregano right there. That's the anise hyssop. And the other tomatoes. So in here we just planted some scarlet runner beans. So we're hoping that they'll go up the fence here and trail all over that. We've never planted them over here before, so we'll see how that goes. And here's our poor patchouli plant, which is not looking so hot right now, but hopefully it will perk up. I think that's about it right now. Over at the community garden we have garlic and onions and some more bush beans, and we're going to put watermelon and squash. So yeah, anyways, bye bye.